Hello everybody and welcome back to the Siemens Digital Experience Centre here in Manchester. Now, following on from some recent product videos we've done for you where we looked at the 3WA air circuit breaker range, today we're going to look at the little brother, which is the 3VA multi-case circuit breaker range. There's quite a vast portfolio for 3VA. You've got different trip units, different frame sizes, different accessory options available. But what we're going to focus on specifically is the built-in communication and built-in energy monitoring options today that are included in the 3VA2 range. Now, to take you through that, I'm joined by my good colleague Jordan, who's the application specialist for Great Britain and Ireland on this particular portfolio. So Jordan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Okay, so this is our 3VA2 demo rig. So on the front here, we've got a 3VA2 with an ETU 850. Now you'll see this is powered up currently. That's because it's externally powered from the COM100 with 24 volts. It can also be powered through active pass-through current if you are in a live application. It can also be powered from a test device, which is the TD300 or 500. The way that we communicate with this to a higher level is inside here we've got a COM60. So it goes through the T connector into a COM100. Now there's two of these devices. There's a COM100, which means we can have one breaker, or there's a COM800, which means we can use up to 8 breakers. On the front of the COM100, we have an expansion module, so this is a Profinet version. The Profinet one we would typically connect to a switch or building management system or a PLC. You can also use Profibus or Modbus. On this COM100, we've also got connected to a DFB 800, and this allows us to then display on the panel front what is displayed on the ETU. To configure these devices, they're all configured on a free software called Power Config, and we'll go over to the laptop now and show you how that's configured.
So first we need to open the SENTRON Power Config software. This is the latest one currently at version 3.29, but we do update every 6 to 12 months, so do check the Siemens site for any updates. So first thing we need to do is we need to search for the device, so up here the tab, open that. Once this is opened, we need to go into the interface and change to whatever you've got it connected to. I've got the COM100 connected directly to the gigabit network on my PG. So select that and search for the device. So straight away it's come up with the COM100 here, and as you'll notice there's no IP address. This is how it comes out of the box. So first thing we need to do is we need to add an IP address. So you need to unlock it over here. And then I'm just going to give it the IP address 192.168.0.10. So once I have done that, I need to then download to the device. If I click this, it will then try and get me to automatically update the host address, subnet and gateway. So I'll click OK on that and it'll populate these tabs here and then download to device. So now we've told the COM100 its new IP address and downloaded that successfully. We can then load it to the PC, so that pulls it into this project in Power Config. Once that's successfully done, we can close the accessible device search tab. And you'll notice over here that we've got our COM100. So this COM100 is currently connected to a single 3VA2, so we need to search for that now. So if we go into Overview and then we go online, it'll then find anything that is physically connected to it. So straight away here, it has found a single breaker. So I'm going to readdress this breaker as 1. And I'm then going to add it into the project, so I just click on the top tab and then create selected breaker. So what's that has done now is it's added it over to our project under the COM100. So if we go into this, we can then see the live state of it. So to prove that, I can then switch this off and it will show that it's disconnected. if we want to make any alterations, this will be done in the parameter tab. You do need to go offline to make any alterations. So here we can select and rename the device, or we can change the ETU functionality. So if we go to parameter set A, we can change things like the overload. So I'll change this to 50. So to then save that alteration to the breaker, you then need to download it to the device. There we have it. We have a COM100 and a 3VA2 all connected. One thing that I would advise is to check the firmware. If you've got your brand new device, there might have been a new firmware release come out. So to do this, you simply right click on the device, down to the device tab, and then update. And then you can update the firmware via this. Just to prove that the change that we made earlier has altered in the online. There we see that it's changed to 50 amps on the breaker. If you'd like to check whether you've got the latest firmware, you need to go to the SciPortal website and look for the SENTRON firmware list. On here shows all the different SENTRON devices. So looking for the COM100 and 800, the latest firmware is 4.5. So if we're running an older firmware and we want to upgrade to the 4.5, simply click on the download link. It'll send you to a new page which gives you the option to download the new firmware.